We back, y'all. We back. We back. If y'all new to the stream, go follow me on Rumble at PHC203. Go follow me on every other platform at 203 PHCMAN. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the follow button. I will be streaming on Rumble tomorrow. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the first video.
Take this. Find them.
Dumbass.
Your legacy begins now.
What's good, motherfuckers? Tate here, and in today's video,
hey, yo, no matter what, how the age of Aiden, he just looks sus. Like, no matter what, he looks zesty as hell.
As you guys can see from the title of this video is how to make it. And what I mean by that is, you know, we all have a purpose in life. We all have a you know, some type of a dream that we want to accomplish. And this video is more for the people that actually believe in themselves and are actually diving, you know, to following their dreams, following their passion. Like me, for example, you know, I know a lot of other people in my life that might want to use this video. So this video is for the people that actually believe in themselves and, you know, they want to follow.
A lot of people that have the entrepreneurial spirit, this is very helpful. It's crazy because Aiden, you see in this video, he's 18 years old. Now it's 2 years later, and he's a multimillionaire. He makes around like $5 million, I believe, a year, and he just does what he wants. You got to believe in yourself, man.
Follow a dream. And, you know, everyone has a dream. Everyone has a passion. Everyone's talented at something. Don't let, you know, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. You know, why would you want to waste your talent when you could be doing your talent and make a living off of it and, you know, make it? So how to make it? Well, the first thing you must know is it doesn't happen overnight. You know, we got to go through shit, guys. Everyone has to go through shit. If you look at any up and coming.
I was just telling someone this. Life is about triumph. It's about up and downs. It's never happy, or good. You know what I'm saying? It's about triumph. It's about the journey. That's what makes life so beautiful. So you will fall. You will scrape your knee and fall. But you got to get up. That's what makes you a believer. Not staying down, crying about it.
Artist, actor, fucking anything, entertainer. They all went through some type of shit, you know, whether a grind, let's call it grind mode. They all went through grind mode 1 to 3 years. Some people even 5, 7 years. It doesn't matter when it is, but we all go through this thing called the grind mode. And when grind mode comes on, you know, I don't know if this is only my mindset, but no matter what I do, I'm grinding. Like every single day, I'm streaming every single day. This is my dream, right? So every single day, you will catch me grinding. You know, I want this more than anything. My friends look at me crazy when I tell them I'm doing a 12-hour stream tonight. They're like, "You're crazy. How could you do that for 12 hours?" I'm like, "Look, this
is what happens when you dedicated to the grind. You're willing to do anything to make it work. I bet you all his friends that said it was crazy, where are they now? You probably look at their life and they wanted to do what was fun, what was lit at the time. They weren't trying to put in the grind. You got to put in the grind, man. It's the whole part of the journey. You work hard. Hard work pays off.
This is what I want to do. This is all going to pay off. But you know what? But you know what I said? You know what? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm fucking stuttering and shit. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is if you have that mind state, this video is for you. So let's get into this. How to make it. So the first thing, yeah, like I said before, you got to realize that you're going to go through shit. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to go through a bunch of negative shit to reach the positive side, you know? It's kind of like I don't know what you want to call it. Like it's like a fucking mission, right? You got to go through certain shit in the mission, whether it's bad or good, and you got to make it come out. And, you know, the outcome, you're rewarded. You know, you're rewarded for your hard work and your legacy. You're going to be rewarded in the end. But until then, you got to go through a bunch of obstacles. And this is where most people give up and they say, no, this isn't for me. I'm done chasing this dream. I'm going to go work a 9-to-5 job. No, you got to realize, okay, this right here, this is an obstacle.
Facts. You got to believe this is the only thing, man. Triumphs, man. You will overcome. People always, yo, that's it. Like, I can't take anymore. It's like life is not easy. It's not about being easy. Yes, some people had it easier than others, but you will cherish it more if it was hard work. If you fell a couple of times, it's about the journey.
And we're gonna get past it. We're gonna work through this. That's what you have to realize. If you have a mind state that's like the opposite of what I just said, you know, when you quit and you give up, I'm sorry, you fail. You fail the grind mode.
You're leaving me for NJM?
Yes.
They don't even have a mascot.
That's kind of the point.
How y'all feel about that, chat? Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube every other day. I mean, I'm streaming on Facebook every other day. I'm be streaming on Rumble every other day. So go follow me on all the platforms, man. All my platforms are the same except for Rumble. Rumble is PAC 203. Let's get into the next video. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the follow button, man.
Andrew, there's a couple questions I want to ask you.
Sure.
We can start with some questions.
Cool.
What would you do if you had to start over today?
It's a very good question. Do I start over as me, or do I start over as me, or do I start over as Joe Schmo? And I'm only going to answer one of them.
The answer: Joe Schmo or Andrew Tate? Joe Schmo.
I think we live in an attention economy. I think that that's going to continue to be the case up into the future. I think that things have now changed, and if you can manage to get attention, you can somehow monetize it. If I wasn't the kind of person who was good at garnering attention or didn't want to get attention, then I would find somebody who is good at getting attention, and I would align myself with them. And then I would either find a way to increase their monetization. Obviously, being useful to them is one thing, but in my experience, outside of course, me, everybody.
Hey, yo, I don't know about y'all, but listen, Aiden's getting so much money. I hope he's investing his money. That's my main thing, because social media is fun and all. Yeah, you get to take your job on the road, but you buying some equity of these companies, man. Making money, make money. Don't leave money in the bank, y'all. Don't leave money in the bank, because money in the bank will never make money. Put it in like a brokerage account. Don't put it in Chase. Put it in a Chase brokerage account. Buy stocks in Chase so it'll pay you dividends every so often.
Else who's good at getting attention is fucking lazy and they don't want to do anything else. So I would let them be the face, and I would be the blood and guts underneath, and that's how I make a bunch of money. And you'll often see in the best business relationships, there's the face of the business, but the true business behind it are a bunch of people you don't know. And it's the same with everything. Wow. So if I was Joe Schmo, I'd find somebody who was the face and got a lot of attention, and I'd sit down with them somehow and say, look, here's how you make this. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. And they'd sit and go, yeah, maybe, but I'm busy. Good. I'm glad you're busy. This is my percent. Boom, 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 boom. And I'd make it all come.
You did figure it out. At what point, Andrew, did you realize that you were famous?
That's a good question. I don't know. I never really intended to be famous, but
when did you realize that you're like, oh, I'm famous?
One of the times it hit me in regards to how famous I was is when I was with Steven Seagal 2 weeks ago. Steven Seagal was here. OG.
Hey, listen, if you're watching on Facebook, go follow me on you. Go to my profile.
2 weeks ago, you knew you were more famous.
Of course I did. I'm saying.
Click the YouTube link, man. I'm about to get off of Facebook right now.
Meet Ben. He's a senior manager at Extreme Express, a logistics company.
Slack helps us do more with less, having all of our file sharing and communications in one place that's easily searchable.
Get 50% off Slack Pro, a more efficient way to work.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey. Wait, Mom, before you check out, do you have Honey installed?
What's Honey?
Oh, no. It's a free browser add-on that automatically applies coupon codes when you check out online.
So what's the catch?
There is no catch. My mom wants to buy these 3 jackets online. They cost $639.
We know exactly what they're doing.
Well, they're just doing shit for shock factor, but I think that although I think women have this as well, women and men have this, I think that all life paths to a degree are semi-similar. Yeah, we end up in different positions. Some are successful and some aren't, and blah, blah, blah. But I think if you take the average man in the Western world, there's 1 or 2 or maybe 3 possible stories. We all start off with nothing. Most men are born with zero value. You can be born with rich parents and be a little bit.
It doesn't
important
matter
for a while,
though. Yeah.
but you're born with basically no value.
It
You
could ruin you.
fall in love with that bitch in school who wants
watch it on
the jock and not
Facebook.
you, or the older
I'm on
guy, and then
YouTube,
you get your girl and she breaks your heart. And then and most men have had a pretty similar story. Me, you can name them all.
Of course.
But it's just how those events affect you and how you internalize them and how you use them to become who you are.
I would say most men go through similar obstacles and different types of life experiences.
I think we have similar building blocks, similar pieces of Lego, and how we put ourselves together is
what makes us us.
Completely, yeah. I appreciate
What's your end game goal life, Mr. Tate?
I think that although I think we're getting into a position that's worse than ever, I think throughout all of human history, every single man that's ever been alive has been living through a period in which he feels like the world is ending. I'm sure the people who were alive during World War II felt like the world was ending. I'm sure about the people who were fighting off the Mongol hordes felt the world was ending. I'm sure that in the 1700s, when it became legal to not wear a suit when you go outside, they probably thought this is massively detrimental to society and the world is ending. We've always felt that way.
Felt like the world's ending.
Yeah, we always felt like the world is ending, and I think that basically the best thing you can do is procreate and try and create people who replicate yourself and your values to the best of your ability. So my end goal is to have 20 sons with my name who think like me. That's my end.
What if you have a daughter?
That's fantastic. Why would I not want a daughter?
Just curious. You said 20 sons.
Yes, but I would love to have daughters, absolutely. But it's my sons that are going to carry my name and carry my legacy. So obviously you need both. But that's the end goal. The end goal is to recreate.
Leave your mark of a bunch of Tates.
What else is it?
Cool. All right. Next question here. Do you believe that love is real?
Completely and utterly. Everything I say, all the things I've just said, which they're going to attack me for and call me a misogynist for and say I'm hateful for, actually come from a place of love. It comes from a place of love because I think that women are happier if they act in a certain way, which is true to their national biological imperatives and true to God. I think that men treat women who act true to God better. I think that their relationships are better. I think the family is better. I think the children are raised better. I think society ends up better. I think as a whole, all of it.
If you believe in God, life is just better all around. It's the only. Even if the people don't believe in God, look. If you look out on a religion, and if religion makes people act in a generous, respectful way, why not believe in it? It makes people become better. Like there should be nothing to question.
The whole world becomes a better place. And it's all based on love. I truly and utterly believe in love between a man and a woman. But I'm not going to love a girl who can't keep her legs closed.
What about...
How can you love a girl that can't keep her legs closed, man? That is wild. She don't love herself. How you going to love her if she don't love herself?
Unconditional love, does that exist?
No. It does for women. It doesn't exist for men.
Why does mother love their sons unconditionally, right?
Women can be unconditionally loved by society as a whole. No matter how bad it is, a thing women do, if she's pretty... Bro, a woman could go and kill 10 people, but if she was smoking hot and her mugshot came up, it'd be all over Twitter. Kill me anytime, babe.
And the replies.
They'd love her anyway. She's hot. That's it. Women can be unconditionally loved. Men are only loved for how useful we are. The second you stop being useful as a man, you'll see how cruel this world is. When nobody looks at you and goes, this man has a utility. This man is good for X. This man can solve this problem. The second you become a useless man, you'll see how cold and heartless this world is. Nobody gives a solitary fuck about men who can't fix problems.
It's true.
That's why we exist. So unconditional love does not exist for men. It never has been, never will. Even your woman, to a degree, is going to love you. And I'm not saying her love isn't pure. I'm not saying her love isn't pure. But a woman's love is still based on your ability to fix her problems to a degree. If a woman comes to you and goes, I have this issue, and you go, can't fix it. If that happens over and over and over and over again, she will fall out of love with you.
Wow.
Someone else will fix it for her.
Someone else will fix it. So she's going to love someone else. Whereas, I'll be honest, in my relationships, I don't go to women to solve my problems. I go to them to be happy. I want them to be happy. I want them to make me smile. I want them to give me affection. I want us to have fun together. I may want children.
You need women in your life, man. A lot of these incels be out here just trying to be like, I know people watch the Red Pill and be like, forget women, fuck up, forget them, man. But you need feminine love in your life. Stop the Red Pill rage.
Yeah, but I don't go, oh shit, I have this big fucking problem at work, and then hey, can you help me? Never. I don't go to them to fix my problems.
Right.
I fix all my own shit. Mm-hmm. So it's completely different paradigm. We're loved in completely different ways, right? Men love women because we're idealistic in the idea of love. Females are actually very, very realistic with their love. They're not romantic. Men are far more romantic than women are. Women, I'll give you an example now, bro. You ask any man, you can ask a full-grown man, about his. You could say, listen, your ex-girlfriend just died. Even if you hadn't seen her for 15 years, you can be like, I loved her. You find a fucking chick and say your ex-boyfriend died, and he's a dickhead anyway. They don't care. They don't care.
It's true.
It's true, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's really the truth, man. I don't even know how this man shit is controversial anymore. Like, y'all just be dickheads if y'all think this shit controversial.
Streaming can be heartless. People don't, and any G who's at the top of his game knows, bro. There's been times even I have felt guilt. There's been times I met a chick and and we end up together, whatever, and sleeping together, whatever. And she's around my house and she's like, "Hey, look," like laughing at her ex, just pouring his fucking heart out, bro.
It's crazy.
They're cunts. They can be.
Not all, but sometimes
they can be.
They can be.
And I know men aren't perfect. I'm just saying there's a degree of heartlessness that women do possess. People pretend they don't, but they really.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is,
they do have it.
Okay. Next question. It's a good question right here. Is streaming considered a real job?
You're extremely fortunate.
Thank you.
You are. You're extremely fortunate.
How am I fortunate?
You're extremely fortunate for a few reasons. One, how old are you? 22?
Yeah.
Okay. The idea of a rich 22-year-old before the internet was non-existent. Outside of daddy's money, there was before the internet, and you were born poor or in a normal family. Did you ever meet a 20-year-old who made hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Hell no.
Fuck no. People are getting richer younger than ever before.
It's scary, right?
You're super fortunate, right?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, we live in
It really is crazy because social media is breaking forth. The internet is breaking the dam to the kids. Everybody's getting younger and younger at a richer and richer at a younger age. And it's like the society norm. So now girls go for these people that are like super rich. And the crazy thing is, these type of guys don't want to settle down. They're young, millionaires. They don't want to settle down.
Attention economy.
Is it a real job?
The problem with it is, I will say it's a job because it is a commitment.
Thank you.
It's not a real job. The actual true problem with streaming is that I don't think you learn anything from it. So what's interesting in the world before the world, let me tell you something, bro. The world before this garbage, any job you were involved in, there was a degree of learning, right? I'll give you another example. Streaming's example, crypto's another example. If you make a bunch of money streaming, and let's imagine streaming disappeared overnight, right? What could you take all the skills, all the lessons you've learned, all the talents you now have, and apply your streaming skills to and make more money? But please don't.
Exactly.
I know.
I go on. Go.
Negotiating and managing and becoming an arguer and
Absolutely not, because you're streaming on the fucking internet. You don't understand anything about true negotiation between men. An arguer. You don't understand anything about the true negotiation.
What did you have to say?
I was gonna say like comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Being a
acting.
comedian and being
Acting.
Acting. Do you think acting is a real job?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
The only thing Aiden acts is zesty, man. That's the only thing. He acts zesty with the people. But it's crazy because Aiden's on a good path right now. He had to sit down with Tate and he's influencing. He's on the right path for right now. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Even if he doesn't stay celibate, stay in the gym, because a man that goes to the gym every day is not mentally the same as him as when he didn't go to the gym, because every day you wake up knowing you're trying to be better than the day before. So mentally, you can't be the same.
you're right. In this very fortunate bubble of super unique, ideal dream jobs that every person on the planet would love to have. There's not a man alive who doesn't want to be an actor. Not a man alive who doesn't want to be a streamer.
Can I tell you right now, all these kids want to be streamers now.
All they do.
Yeah.
So of course they do. Everyone's trying. My point is that let's say you go and get a normal job, a sales job, and then you lose that job, and then you can leave with lessons. Well, I learned how to manage a schedule. I learned how to to look after my clients. I learned how to do sales meetings without being scared. I learned how to present. I learned how to dress correctly. I learned a firm handshake. You learn things. I don't think streaming teaches you anything. So
what about market yourself?
Marketing yourself to a degree is interesting. Yeah, that's the point of it. But also, I think that a lot of streamers now are marketing themselves just purely through A lot of them are just doing dumb shit.
They don't even know exactly what they're doing.
Well, they're just doing shit for shock factor, but it's not. I know what I say is shocking, but I like to believe. Not I like to believe. I know I believe what I say, and I also like to believe it has a relatively positive effect on the world. There are streamers and kids out there which are doing shit which is not good for anybody or even themselves, just for shock factor.
I agree
just
with
being
that.
clowns.
I agree with that.
They're just being clowns.
Yeah,
But yeah,
whole data, definitely.
But marketing yourself is a point.
But they still know how to grasp that crowd.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, it is a real job. It's a job, but it's a very, very isolated
Fortunate job,
bro. It's not a coal mine, is it?
No, it's harder.
The best men, or the people who are best at being men, have gone through some shit. And when you stream, you don't really go through very much. You may think you.
Yes, you do. Well, I think I do.
Okay, you've been swatted. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but I'm sure
I've been hacked. I've been banned.
Working high level security has been through some shit.
You have?
Oh yeah. So it's different. It's different.
I've been. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. No, he has been some shit.
Of course, it's broke. That's how you get there. That's how you survive.
Yeah.
So it's different.
I've been stabbed before by a knife.
Next question.
What are your thoughts on vaping?
Fuck. I fucking hate vaping, bro. People that vape is fucking bitches, bro. Fucking hate.
There's a little known trick to getting started in real estate, making $1,000, $2,000, or even $10,000 a day. That doesn't work.
A cigar right.
Fucking 24 hours and your fucking lung about to fucking collapse. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever. Even with a cigarette, it's crazy because people can smoke cigarettes for 50, 30 years and not catch cancer. People smoke a vape for a month and be half dead, tube in their throat.
Right now, but I know what a cigar is. Cigar is tobacco. Tobacco's been around for a very long time. I know all the risks. I know it has nicotine in it. I know the good, I know the bad, etc. The reason I am anti-vaping is because nobody knows what's even in a fucking vape, and it's produced so cheaply somewhere.
That's crazy because no one knows. No one that smokes a vape right now can tell you offhand what's actually in a vape. Like, it's an electronic device that produces smoke. You think that shit's fucking good for you? That shit comes from China. Nothing from them is good for you. The fuck?
Far East by people who don't give a single solitary shit about human rights of their own people, let alone the people of the West. For pennies. Please explain to me what chemical combination can taste like.
You don't know. Nobody will know.
Microplastics, all that shit.
Bro, what chemicals need to be put together to taste like pineapple ice? What?
Nobody knows.
That's crazy.
But can I say one thing though? You do hookah and it's flavored.
Yeah, but it's flavored tobacco.
With fruit.
Fruit on tobacco.
It's natural.
What scares me about vape is how accurate the flavors are. Please understand the point. When it says pineapple ice and you taste it, you're like, wow, it does taste like pineapple ice.
Or like blueberry mango smoothie.
Yeah, or fucking cherry bomb. And you taste it and you're like, it tastes exactly like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Wait, how the fuck do you make chemicals taste like cherry bomb? Wait, this costs 79 cents from some factory in fucking Indonesia.
Yeah.
This they have not considered how this damages my body to make it taste like this.
So Andrew, I gave my friend $10,000 to stop smoking for a month. This is a true story, I swear. One of my closest friends. And I looked at this as spitting in my face. I'm gonna tell you this story. Give him $10,000, stop smoking for a month. 31 days goes by, 32nd day he smokes. I look, it's like spitting in my face. I paid the $10,000, I'm a man of my word, I stuck to it. Spat in my face though. What do you think?
He's a fucking loser. How the fuck you stop smoking for 31 days or 30 days and then you smoke on the 32nd day? That's the dumbest shit ever, bro. Dumb. I used to smoke. It is dumb. Dumb. You don't need to smoke. It's not smoking. It does not make your life better. It doesn't make it easier. It doesn't do nothing for your life. They say it's a stress relief. It doesn't change the fact that your life is fucked up. You done smoking, your life's still gonna be fucked.
About that.
Well, that was the deal. That's the deal you made. So, but what was he vaping?
Yeah, I just wanted to help him because vaping is a crippling addiction.
Let me tell you something about helping people. You can't help anyone else want to help themselves. True. So this is another very key point. People try and come to me all the time and say, "Oh, I need help." No, they don't need help. They want to try and externalize all of the willpower because they have none of it themselves. People go, "Oh, I lack motivation." If you want to quit, you quit, right?
Yeah.
You can't help people who don't want to help themselves. People say this kind of shit all the time, like with motivation. Oh, I don't have motivation to go to the gym. If you don't have motivation to go and be strong, then stay weak and fuck off. Like, what do you want me to do?
It's true.
Like, so You can't. You can. There's an age-old adage. You can drag a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
Force it to
It's
drink.
true.
Yeah.
It's 100% true. People, I really believe the universe is ultimately giving. I've never seen anybody or any experience in my life where somebody has dedicated their all and tried their very best for something and not had it. I've never seen somebody, maybe correct me, right? You'll know even better than me. I've never seen somebody who eats right, trains twice a day like an animal, never misses a gym session, diet on point, does everything they're supposed to do, and not get stronger. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it. So when you meet a guy, I just can't get in shape because you're not trying.
Something's wrong.
Because you are not trying.
You're not eating right. Something's wrong.
You're not trying.
Yeah.
And if you actually want it, you do it. So I don't buy any of this shit.
Gotcha.
Everyone goes, "Oh, I don't have motivation." If you don't have motivation to be
You don't want
better,
it.
then stay a loser.
How don't you have motivation to do better? Just go on Instagram. What the fuck? Motherfuckers got diamonds on, driving in cars with the engine in the back. It's no way you don't have motivation. People are out here doing crazy things like that you can never fathom, and you don't have motivation. You deserve to be a loser. Stay a loser, because I'm trying to be a winner. Just stop talking to me, because you got the loser spirit in you.
That's what you want to be.
And what's very interesting about the world is that there are no winners without losers. I put myself through absolute hell to be everything I've ever wanted to be. So if someone wants to come along and say, I'm not prepared to go through what you've been through, Andrew, but I still want all the benefits, my answer to that is no, fuck you. I deserve them and you don't. So no, don't. I don't give a shit.
No.
If you don't want to, then don't do it.
That's how it is, exactly.
He doesn't want to quit, so fuck him.
For sure.
What do you think about smoking weed?
The reason I'm anti-weed, by the way, just I'll state this here on camera. I've never tried any narcotic in my life. I've never tried drugs.
Weed's a narcotic?
Yeah. I've never tried anything. I know like caffeine and nicotine or drugs, you can get technical with it, but I've never tried any illegal narcotic. I've never tried weed. I've never tried a pill. I've never tried cocaine. I've never tried any of them. And I'll state here, if I was to try drugs, it would definitely not be weed, because weed's the one I don't truly understand. Now, I'm, of course, uneducated on the subject because I've never tried them. But I don't see the point.
I always tell people weed makes people lazy. I don't care what y'all talking about. Yes, there's rappers that smoke weed. Yes, there's famous people that smoke weed that are actually kind of productive. But on average, most of the people in the world that smoke weed are lazy fuckers. Like, they're just lazy. They don't get nothing done. They're fucked up. They're on food stamps. They don't even want to. Even forget that. They don't even have ambitions to do better, or they think they want to do better and don't make a step to do better. If you smoke weed every day and you're not out here going to the gym, taking care of yourself, got a good diet every day, you're a fucking loser. You're willing to put trash and chemicals in your body, but you're not willing to put any good vitamins and minerals in your body. It's stupid. I don't get it. I don't get it. I used to smoke weed. It's the dumbest shit ever. Ever since I quit, my mind been on point.
A drug that makes you
lazy,
calm down. I can get tired by myself. I can just work my ass off and go gym and get tired and go to bed. I can get tired. If I was taking a drug,
here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Drug I want to at least get one that makes me superhuman.
Yeah.
Give me some meth or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
Don't make me don't make me go to sleep.
If you ever decide
that nigga said meth. Oh my mama.
to do meth, we could do it together.
No, thanks. But if I was to ever do drugs, I want to be like those crackheads which are bulletproof, getting shot.
Yeah, they get up.
Yeah, that's what.
The crackheads that get tased and they just take the taser off and they just keep running.
Dancing, yeah.
I don't want to be taking the weed. Oh, I'm tired, bro. Like, what the fuck? To me, of all drugs, it looks like the least.
I don't
appealing.
understand it at all.
Well, let me defend, because I used to smoke weed for 2 years straight. And I'm gonna tell you what it did for me. When you smoke weed, it depends how you use it. You can use it as a tool. You can find motivation in it. You could find yourself in it. I'm gonna explain to you. It's spiritual. You can use it as a spiritual tool, spiritual guidance. When you smoke weed and you're in your thoughts and you're thinking, you can find the best of yourself. You can find who you truly are.
Do you know what the ultimate baseline for spirituality is?
Hey, but everybody uses the weed. Oh, you can find your art. And whole time, the person they are lazy bums. Like, I don't get it. Like, they don't want to do nothing productive. Nothing. Your friend that smoke weed, ask him right now, say, yo, bro, you want to go to the gym? I bet you he say no.
Man.
What?
Survival. I'll tell you a spiritual experience. Go have a fight with your security right here. Get the living fuck kicked out of you. And try your very, very best to actually survive. That will teach you more about yourself, about grit, about determination, about who you truly are, about your spirituality, than any fucking stupid plan. The reality of spirituality is a man is survival in the face of uncertain odds. You want to find out about spirituality, walk into an MMA gym. You want to see what you're really made of, go fight in the UFC. That will teach you about spirituality much more than some fucking.
He get his ass whooped. He get his ass. Well, he already knew that.
That's a cop out.
Find yourself after.
I agree. It's a shortcut.
It's a short. No, it's not even a shortcut. It's a cop out. There's a reason all these fucking. There's a reason all these people go and go. I want to do ayahuasca to learn about myself. I want to see what I'm really made of. Well, see what you're really made of. Go become something. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's hard.
You know.
So then, what the fuck? I know what you're made of.
Do you know?
I know what you're made of already. You're a bitch.
Do you know what do you know what the Native Americans used to do? They used to make this stuff called, I think it was walk, right? Not like lean. They used to make this drink, and you would drink it and you'd hallucinate, and they said that they would find themselves from that.
Yeah, they also used to train and ride horses and exterminate each other and engage in battles and wars and a bunch of other shit. I'm telling you, if they did nothing but stream and take that shit, they wouldn't have found anything.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree with that part.
I think the easiest way to find yourself is to become the ultimate version of yourself.
Facts.
Yeah.
Are you the best Aiden you could possibly be?
Hell no.
Okay, so there you go. So you know what you need to do.
I know what I need to do.
But you're not going to do it because you don't really want to do it.
I will do when I'm ready to do it. Were you okay? I found a
That's the dumbest shit ever. You try to become the best version of you when you want to do it. No, you do it because you gotta do it. You do what you're supposed to do, not what you feel like doing. That's the dumbest shit ever. You're supposed to pay the bills. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't, not because you feel like it, because you're supposed to do it. What the fuck? That's the dumbest shit ever. That sounds like some little kid talk. Teenager.
Why would you not be ready to do it though?
Because I'm not. Because I'm trying to better certain things right now in my life before I'm able to
do your.
But if you're trying to better certain things, that is ultimately becoming a better version of yourself.
Yeah. But it takes years to become the best version of yourself.
Well, when I was 22, there's like, I think you're gonna say you sent a picture of me when I was 22. I had glass. I used to wear glasses. I had bad eyesight. I may have looked like a dork, whatever. I was still fighting. I was still British. I mean, no,
he's still ripped. Even though he was
still dangerous.
Did you do LASIK?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. But it's not just about how you look. I'm saying about being the best possible version.
I know what you're saying. Just in general with everything, your whole life. Are you the best version of yourself, Andrew?
I try my very best to be as professional as possible.
But are you? Can you be better?
I think I'm very close to the best possible version of myself. In fact, I think the last few years, when you get a bit older, if you've worked hard enough in your early years, you allow yourself the luxury of being slack. What's interesting is I'll now take a few days off here and there and consider myself lazy because I worked so hard when I was young, and I'm still working harder than even you are.
I want to say one thing with the camera. When you're at dinner, when I pulled up, you're just always on your laptop, you're always on calls, you're always working. So that's one thing I will vouch. Every time I've seen you, you're literally working.
Bro, people seem to think that you conquer the world easily, and you can if you outwork everybody. But there's endless work that needs to be done. There's endless work that could be done. Even for you now, there's work you could do.
You're doing like side missions. I would say you beat the game, and I think you're doing side missions.
Yeah, perhaps. But what do you think is the best? My question for you now: what is the best?
Yeah, he's been killed and jailed, and he's still like one of the famous people on the planet. I don't know if that's like being the top of the top. I don't know. Like, that sounds like impossible to me. Like, it's crazy when you think about it.
Best version of Aiden. Who is the best Aiden?
Stop being sus.
I need to have M's on M's on M's, hundreds of M's. I need to have live how you live, go where I want to go, be free, say what I want to say. Yeah. And I would say hit the gym and be the best physical version of myself as possible. Good diet. And that's really,
well, that's a good start.
And building my mindset too. I think building my mind, but that comes with experience and that comes with aging as well. I think just experience overall. The more experience in life, the more trauma I go through, it builds me. It builds character.
That's true. But you know the best way to build a strong mind as a man?
What?
Build a strong body.
I agree.
It's hard to have a strong mind without a strong body.
You got to work me out, bro. I've been waiting on you to get me in the gym. Yeah. What? How long does it take to get into a?
Stop making excuses and telling him he needs to get to the gym. You need to get in the gym because you're not doing nothing the fuck he's doing. Nothing. A strong diet, but like I said, a strong body produces a strong mind. You can't work out most of the days and then actually be mentally the same. You cannot. It's impossible. You're going every day to work out to become the best version of yourself. There's no way in your personal life after you leave the gym, you're still gonna be the same Pudgy Aiden.
A routine.
It's just
a month.
Yeah, a month.
Routine's about a month.
It's about the discipline you'd learn. It's about the pain. It's all because I'll tell you something. He doesn't feel like training every day, but he trains. It's not about feeling like doing it. This is the point I said to you on our first ever stream. You're like, what's the fastest way to get a six-pack?
I remember that. I know.
I yelled at you and said, why are you asking me the fastest way? Why does it have to be quick?
Fast,
why are you trying to find easy, shortcut bullshit solutions to everything? Some things in life are just difficult.
They're hard.
And the reason that you want a six-pack is because it has value. And the reason it has value is because people know it's hard to get. If everybody knew you could get a six-pack easily and quickly, then you would fucking want one.
Do you have a six-pack?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not like a proper, maybe a little bit. But that's not the point. The point is, no, but it's not actually the point.
I know.
The point is, you have to do it when you don't feel like doing it. This is actually the bottom line of masculinity. The bottom line of masculinity, even not just in the gym, in nearly any realm of human endeavor, is as a man, good men or capable men do things they don't feel like doing anyway. They just do them. And this, if you look at men, do you think the men in Ukraine and Russia right now feel like dying in a fucking ditch?
No.
No. Do you think the men who train every single day feel like training every single day?
No.
No. You think the CEO who works his ass off 20 hours a day doesn't see his children physically doing it? No, this is part of being a man. You have to just do what you don't feel like doing. The men who only do what they feel like doing aren't competitive.
Thanks.
Women do what they feel like doing.
Yeah.
But they do it. I'm dead.
It's true.
That's it. Men do what they're supposed to do. I don't feel like working every day, but there's work to do.
You got to do it. It's part of the.
You gotta get up and become whatever. You just gotta do. You gotta do what you're supposed to do, not what you feel like doing. I keep saying it all the time, chat. I keep telling y'all, do what you're supposed to do, not what you feel like doing. Losers do what they feel like doing. Real men do what they're supposed to do. They take out the trash. They help their wife. They do the shit they don't want to do, but they're supposed to do it. That's what makes you a man.
Responsibility. All right. Next question.
Last question.
All right. Last one. Let me give you a good one then. I think I've asked this, but who is your biggest inspiration?
You gotta say his father.
Good question.
Have I asked you that? I don't think I have.
I don't know if I know the answer for it.
One person in your life that inspired you.
Oh, my father. Obviously, I've talked about him at length. Of course, my father shaped me to be the man I am. I'm trying to think of somebody who's.
Should I ask you another question?
I'm trying to think of somebody who's like alive who inspires me.
Yes,
But I don't think you need really an external role model to that degree. I think every man intrinsically knows how to be the best version of themselves. Bro, if you were to play a video game and you had X amount of stat points and you could allocate them, you'd know where to put them.
Of course.
Strength, speed,
I
stamina,
would know how to upgrade them.
money.
Yeah.
You know how to upgrade your character. You know what everyone knows.
Exactly.
Everyone knows it.
Same.
That's the best way to put
Same in
it.
real life.
Everyone knows what it is.
Just a little harder game.
You know how to upgrade your character.
You know how to upgrade your character.
You know how to do it. You gotta be able to apply it.
And that's the beautiful thing about being a man.
All right. And this is my question. The last one. Am I a top G?
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Hell the fuck no. You get a lot of money, but you need to add fucking discipline. Stop fucking doing fucking videos with porn stars. The top G's don't fucking do that shit. Get a regular bitch up there.
But can I reach the top G status?
I'm not going to sit here and insult you and say you couldn't ever be anything you want to be, Aiden. But I will tell you that, of course, and you will self-admit you're not trying your very best.
So being a top G is someone who tries the very best and becoming the best version of himself.
It's a cool nickname that stuck, but I think that every man out here should be waking up, genuinely looking in the mirror and saying, how do I become the best version of myself? I think that's the point of being alive as a man, is to become the best possible version of yourself.
Going to visit Andrew in jail. What the fuck? Chat, what the hell? What's wrong with Aiden, man? Hey, yo, listen, man. If y'all healthy today, y'all ain't go to the gym, you fucking losers, bro. I'm back next week. I've been out the gym for like 3 weeks that I've been sick, but I'm back 5 days a week, every day. And I don't feel like fucking going. Adonis. Hey, yo, Hamza funny as shit. Oh, all right, chat. Let's get into this Hamza. This is my first time reacting to Hamza, man. He's funny as shit the way he talks because UK people just talk funny as shit, like as an American. But let's get into this video.
Hey, hold up. You'll want to hear about all this earning. Woo. Love to see that cash back.
Powerful flavor, 1 gram of sugar. What will you do with all that power?
Jessica notices her little brother watching Hamza videos.
Why are you watching this stuff? Why don't you just embrace feminism?
Hey, I hit subscribe button, man. This shit is funny. I didn't know him. This is my first time watching his videos, and this shit is like retarded.
Why won't you just listen to me?
But it's too late. Jessica's brother is far too base to listen to the same conditioning that led him to an unhappy life already. He often looks down at himself with a sense of distaste. He sees what the modern world has convinced him, brainwashed him to believe, and he's lonely because of that. And so finally he has taken life by the balls because he wants to become more like Adonis. Adonis has been a masculine man for
Yo, this shit is this like fucking British or like UK like European like this shit is retarded. I don't know. Is it just me, chat?
so long that he couldn't even imagine anything else. And you want to know what happens when a man reclaims his birthright to his core masculine energy? He feels aligned to his purpose and mission. He feels like there is a point in his life. He looks down at his rock hard, carved from marble body with a sense of pride and confidence. He looks around his tribe of the men and women that he cares about, and he feels connected and loved and present and grateful. He wouldn't trade this for anything else. Someone posted about me on the feminism subreddit on reddit.com, and actually one of the Reddit mods replied,
"There's a feminism subreddit. What the hell? I bet you that shit toxic as hell. They telling girls to go find your dick ASAP."
Right? And this is what the Reddit moderator has said, and then I'll read you the original post that wrote about me. This is the moderator. Red pill YouTubers are insecure and sad little men who make money off the insecurities of teenage boys. It's shameful, and if I met this guy IRL, I would laugh in his face. He's a cult leader of little boys. How sad and useless. Bet his mom is so proud of his belief.
My bad, chat. My bad.
Beliefs about male supremacy, the disgusting misogynist. Anyone who needs help getting themselves or their younger siblings off the incel pipeline should try advice or resources in the feminism subreddit, the men's lib subreddit. That was the Reddit moderator. Now let's read the official post, which is about me, and it's titled, "My brother watches Hamza and it's scaring me." My little brother, who's 14 years old, listens to a lot of red pill content, and his main source of the red pill has been watching this YouTuber called Hamza. Good man. I constantly...
Hey, yo, it's crazy because Hamza's kind of like a passive, like very like laid back type of guy. He's not like one of the extreme red pill guys that be like in a red pill rage. Like you could always like, it could be worse. He could be watching Sneeko and be down the conspiracy theory routes like on like a high level. He's just trying to like probably get in the gym. He's probably like trying to eat right and trying to find a nice girl that treats him right.
see him watching his videos, so I decided to look into what he preaches in his videos. From what I saw, he was just bragging about his sex life in uni and saying that working out is the easiest way to attracting women, and that working women are far less happy than housewives. They are. That's a consistently proven fact, that the one job that results in the highest levels of happiness and satisfaction is housewife/mother. There's no career in the entire world for men or women that brings as much happiness to a person as motherhood does to a woman. He also constantly body shames people, saying that if they aren't in shape, they are at Jeffries. Well, they are. Some sorts of red...
W little brother, that is funny as hell. You want your friends, you trying to push your friends to get to be the best version of themselves, or at least want to be the best version of themselves. I think it's your responsibility as a man to even if you can't change people, to spark the mind to change people, because they have to willing to drink the water. The horse has to drink the water. You can only bring the horse to the water. Get what I'm saying?
pill insult. I was horrified by this is the best part, and asked my brothers to stop watching him and embrace feminism, and it's okay to be more feminine. He looked at me as if I was dumb and said he had no feminine traits and that he's going to the gym, being more masculine and taking the red pill is the only path for men to take. Bro is based. I felt very disturbed by this, as I know he also listens to Andrew Tate. When I asked him about Tate, he said that he taught good ways to make money as if he was a businessman. Right now, I don't know what to do, as a lot of what he's...
How's he not a businessman? He said on like previous podcast that he makes like 8-9 million a month. Like, how's that not a businessman? I'm confused. Like, are you a businesswoman? Big sis. Can you teach your little brother about business? Nah.
He's watching is challenging our feminist views, and I'm scared he'll turn into a misogynist. So this is it's like a secret user. They've just made an account to post this, throwaway 3797, like some random account, right? So I'm going to address this woman who is concerned for her little brother's lack of feminism. It would sound awesome if in this video I was really wholesome and I was being nice to you, but young woman, I think you need to understand that men aren't happy. There's a reason why your brother doesn't want to be a feminist, because feminism is a joke. Feminism is what has caused decades of women's unhappiness and unsatisfaction. It's what's caused decades of the destruction of families, that caused the largest happiness increase we could have ever gotten. People don't get into families anymore because of feminism. Feminism doubled the supply of workers into the workforce. Have you ever heard of the concept supply and demand? When you double the supply of something and the demand...
They said feminism doubled the supply of workers in the workplace. Not all women think it's stupid to be a housewife.
Demand of it doesn't really increase, well, then the price of it decreases because we've got more of that thing. 100 years ago, a father could have left his family in the morning, went to work, come back home at 6-7 p.m. and that was it. He would be able to provide for his family, and he felt so purposeful, and his wife, the mother of their children, was at home full-time looking after the kids. That was the time when humans were the most happy in the last century. Now, because of the cancer that is feminism and the big push that they convinced and brainwashed women to get into the workplace, to degrade themselves, because women were happier when they were housewives and mothers. That's a proven fact. Well, when you double the supply of the workers, you can't pay them more. You have to pay them the same or even less. And this is why wages have been stagnated for decades. You see, your brother isn't a feminist, not because he wants...
Wait. So I'm confused. So hold on. So he said, since feminism happened, you double the workers in the workplace, and you pay the people just as the same or even less because there's twice as much product being made and supply and demand, so you can't pay people more. Y'all get it? That shit blew my mind, Chad.
Wants to be a misogynist, not because he hates women, but your brother is not a feminist because he actually cares for women. Now, the thing is, this woman who I was just addressing is not going to listen to this. Maybe they'll post this video on the feminism subreddit and get us more clout and attention. That's nice. I speak directly to my boys now. I have said from the start of the times where I've been making these videos that sometimes we have to pretend that we're like these normal people because they won't understand us. Do you really think that this woman who wrote this post saying that she's scared that her brother is going to the gym, she's scared that her brother is watching content where we speak about improving...
Listen, big sis, I don't know how you scared that your brother's getting in the gym. I don't know. You should be happy that your brother cares about his health and that he only wants to deal with girls that really care about him and treats him right, and that he wants to get his money on point. I'm confused. He's a sister. You should want the best for him. It seems like you're trying to hold him back or trying to brainwash him into thinking something that's good for him that's really not good for him. Where's the connection at? Like, common sense ain't so common.
Improving our mental health, where we speak about making friends and building a tribe. She's scared of these things. She's scared for her brother's safety and concerned that he might become a misogynist because he's watching my videos on like how to text girls properly. Some people out there are so close-minded, so unable to just see things from other people's perspectives that they will instantly label you as a misogynist, sexist, anything, racist, anything. And these labels are very powerful. So now I want to speak directly to the very young men watching this, the 14, 15-year-olds out there. Maybe you have a sister just like this who's, prying and saying saying, wait, why are you watching Andrew Tate? He's a misogynist. There's something very important that I want to walk you through. And it's not very clickbait or exciting. So this part of the video might be boring, but this may be some of the most important thing you ever do with your life. And that is to observe your beliefs. Analyze the beliefs that you have in your mind. Why do you believe a certain thing? And also try to question, why does that person over there believe this certain thing? When someone looks at you and says, Andrew Tate is a misogynist, maybe you shouldn't believe it straight away. Maybe you should take some time to think, okay, do I believe that?
Facts. Why do he believe in God, and why does this person over here don't believe in God? Is believing in God good? So I should side with this guy because he believes in God and everything is good. And this person doesn't believe in God and everything they're doing is not good, degenerate. Like,
that as a fact? Where is the data, the evidence, the information that shows Andrew Tate or Hamza is a misogynist? Misogyny means that these people actively dislike women. But Hamza has hundreds of videos about improving himself so that I can get love in my life. If he hated women, he'd be making videos like, oh yeah, women aren't even anything. You don't even need women in your life and everything. But he says in most videos that love and relationships is the most important part of life. And he even seems to support the women's developments in his lives. I can see 50 different videos where he's actually helped women. So maybe this person who said to me that this guy on the internet is a misogynist, sexist, terrorist, racist, whatever. Maybe this person who has this belief has simply just believed something that they've read on Twitter or on Facebook and on TikTok or something. I don't have to believe in the same thing. I'm going to read some of the comments from this post, and they're all on this subreddit feminism, which of course says a lot. The top comments is, I would be very uncomfortable with this if I were you. However, given you've tried, maybe you could engage another adult to help. Does he have any positive male role models that you could mention it to? You know what blows my mind? These people are literally like, they just don't understand, do they? I may be, and I'm not trying to boast here, I hope that he's got some other ones, I hope that this 14-year-old has got other male role models, but I may be one of his very, very few positive male role models out there. And they think that this kind of content is misogyny. So I want you to think right now, what kind of positive male role model are they going to tell this young man that he should follow instead? Maybe the kind of one.
They gonna tell him go watch James Charles. Adonis.
Who's so positive that he wears dresses to offend traditional masculinity.
Hassan Piker?
And then the original poster, the woman whose brother it is, she replied, it's his cousins that got him onto Hamza.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Most women raise their sons to be one step away from wearing dresses. That's just the truth. They don't. A boy has to be a man. Like you need him to be a man, rough, rugged, rough around the edges. Like.
Thank you. And he has other strong male role models. But when I asked him why he doesn't follow them, he says that they haven't reached the level of wealth and masculinity he's hoping to attain. So we have an ambitious young man who's looking up to the kind of guys that he wants to be like. And that happens to be me, and maybe it happens to be Andrew Tate as well. And she has said, oh yeah, he's got some strong male role models. If he doesn't want to be like them, how strong are they? Another comment, you can lead by example. Feminism to young and insecure men is scary and intimidating, but just showing how a grown man behaves and treats women with respect will go a long way, as we've been doing here. This comment is literally someone saying, feminism to young and insecure men. You see this 14-year-old, this brother of the girl who's posted this. He's 14, he's been going to the gym, he's being ambitious, he's actually trying to make more money, be more confident. And all of these girls on the feminism subreddits are calling him insecure because he doesn't want to be a feminine man. They think that's insecurity. And calling him on his sexist.
They want him to cry, they want him to show emotion. They don't want him to practice stoicism, to be strong, the backbone of the family, to be a gentleman. Like, they haven't seen scary shit yet until they seen a real feminine man. This jail's full of feminine men. I mean, men that show their feelings. That let their feelings get the best of them. It's a jail full of them motherfuckers. You gotta practice stoicism.
This behavior and attitudes is important. Where has he been sexist? Being around a misogynist is a lot like being around someone who is racist. So now I'm being addressed as someone who's racist or misogynist. And this is the original poster who's replied about her brother. He claims that he is far from insecure and that both Hamza and Andrew Tate greatly improved his health both mentally and physically. He says without them, he would have been a slave to the Matrix. I honestly don't know what to do with him. Here is a young man saying that finding these masculine role models online has improved his mental health, and his sister is replying in a way day where she's like, oh, I just don't know what to do about him. I just wish he was depressed again. I just wish he was anxious. I wish that he was low status again. I wish that he wasn't trying to elevate his status as a young man. I wish that he just believed the same conditioning that I did. Men and women are the same. Another reply from someone with a bunch of emojis. I think you honestly need to bully and troll him back from the brink. It's the only way. And then someone replies to that comment, yeah, there's a good point. There's no limit to the stupidity of people like Hamza, whoever he is, and Tate. At this point, even I'm thinking, okay, have I faked this post? Has someone been faking this? Because this literally sounds like faked, like how silly these people are. The original poster replies to that comment saying you should bully your brother out of wanting to become masculine. And she replies, I am considerably taller than him. And so whenever he watches Hamza, I do bully him. But nothing works as he's latched.
You bully your brother? That doesn't make sense. You're taller than your little brother, and you bully him because he watches someone that teaches him to be better. That is crazy. Like, that is crazy. And he latches on to ideology like stoicism. Yeah, that's why it doesn't get to him.
Onto this ideology of stoicism. What a top tier young man. His sister is bullying him to become a feminist, to become a weak feminine man. And he's invoking stoicism. He's getting tested each and every day. Poor guy can't even watch some Hamza videos and some Tate shorts anymore. Young man, if you're watching this, find a way to contact me and I will mentor you for free. Someone replied, the housewife thing is easy to disprove since so many needed to be drugged into oblivion they were miserable. That's probably not true, and there isn't a lot of research to show that housewives in the 1900s or previous were drugged into oblivion for them to enjoy. Actually, housewives and mothers had the greatest jobs and still do have the greatest jobs. And so the original poster replied to this and said, I tried bringing up that point, but he said that Hamza's girlfriend doesn't work and is far happier than working women. Well, yeah, of course they do. I want you to imagine right now, right? Just imagine this sort of reality, which is kind of hard to achieve, but just imagine you become so successful and so wealthy, you know, your income is very high, that when you meet a girl who's working some job that she doesn't really like and she doesn't really know what she wants to do in the career world, that then she just doesn't need to work anymore when she's around you. I met my girl in Thailand months ago. We were both traveling. I was with my friend. She was with her brother.
Damn, I think that's dope. Like, you so much on your purpose and working hard, and you could support your girl. I think that's dope. Even if she wants to work, you can still support majority of the bills. I was just telling someone this. It's my job to provide as a man.
And she wanted to like continue traveling and everything. And, you know, she had a job back at home, but she didn't really like it. Well, as soon as I left Thailand, she left too and came with me in the UK. And we stayed in Scotland for a month in just a fancy Airbnb. Then we went to London for 2 months. Then we went to Dubai. She didn't have to work through this time. So you want to know what she did with her day? She'd wake up and literally just like want to cuddle me. She'd spend time sunbathing, reading, listening to music, just like journaling and just going to the gym for like 2 hours a day, swimming, just getting food and just waiting for me to like finish work so she could spend time with me. And she said that this was the happiest times of her life. This is what bothers me the most. You know, you can talk about equality and stuff fine. When women try to convince other women that feminism and being career focused is the way, they don't realize how evil this advice is, because we need to speak about this right now. And this is what's going to get me labeled as a misogynist in this video, but you need to understand this and you need to stop the cancer that is feminism from invading your loved ones. This is what happens when a woman becomes career focused. And, you know, they can do that absolutely fine. If that's what you want to do, fine. But when a woman...
Hey, yo, these edits are crazy. Like, funny as hell.
Becomes career focused, she pushes off serious relationships and motherhood till it often gets too late. Women really only have this window to get pregnant and have children safely till around age 30 to 35. Around that time, after around age 30, roughly for most women, that's when complications in pregnancy really drastically increases. So the best case scenario is that a woman gets pregnant with her husband at age 18, 19, 20, 21, you know, like the early 20 years and not later. But when a woman chooses to prioritize a career, which might be like something that she really wants to do, the issue is by prioritizing a career, you generally need to put family off the pedestal, which is not something that you should do. Time and time again, if you've ever watched those videos which are on YouTube about like what dying old aged people would like to say about their lives and, you know, what was the best part of their lives, you want to know the most consistent answer that old people give of what was the best thing in their entire lives: family. Time and time and time and time again, all the time, people will always rate their family as the most important thing in their lives, never their career. The only kind of person...
Yeah, I don't get... Listen, man, I do a lot of shit I don't like and I don't want to do. And family makes me the happiest. If people that say family don't make them the happiest and career makes them the happiest, I'm confused, because it just seems like they just want to be a slave to their boss or the powers that be. A job can never make me happy, no matter how much money it gives me. I want freedom. I want money to buy freedom. to spend less time working. That's the whole point of it. Not to be working in a fucking place for 10 hours, 8 hours, fucking 12 hours. That's the dumbest shit ever. Can't do that forever. That's just wild.
Person who rates their career as the most important thing in their lives is an ultra masculine man. And the reason why he rates that so highly is because it allows him to provide for his family. What these modern day feminists don't understand is that when they push women to pursue careers instead of motherhood, the family breaks down and everyone gets depressed. I'm 25 years old. I should be married with 2 children at this age. If you're like 20 years old, bro, 100 years ago, you would have been married with a kid. I want you to imagine this right now. I want you to imagine we lived in the early 1900s and you and I both knew, let's say we were both like 14 years old. We both knew that we'd be married with children 4 years from now when we were 14. You really think you and I are going to mess around and watch day and, you know, just like sit around doing nothing? Or do you think me and you would go work in like the factory and already start like getting a higher income and working really hard and start getting some promotions? Age 17, me and you both meet like our wives and we literally like fall in love, and she is so pure, so beautiful that instead of like her focusing on her career because she knew that her man would do it, she's been focusing on being a beautiful housewife and a fantastic mother. And so we have children at age 18, 19. Imagine what that would have done to us. Don't imagine, you know, with our bias of the modern day because things are different. I want you to imagine if everything just reset and we knew that we were going to have children at age 18 or 19. Imagine how disciplined we would have been. Imagine how purposeful we would have been. Imagine what level of masculinity we would have had. Feminists don't really understand this because they're very like blindsided. They just think about like this.
Facts, but yet they fight to become equal and they want to work so much. And now look, minimum wage haven't went up in 4 years, 5 years. People are not able to pay for a bunch of stuff, man. It's crazy. People are struggling along. They think people were struggling before. Inflation's super high. A head of lettuce is fucking $6. It used to be like $2. This shit is wild. I just bought some bananas. The bananas are fucking out the roof. It used to be super cheap.
First level of consequence, which is, yeah, like, you know, equality is really important, guys. If men can work, the women should work too. But they don't realize that working a full-time job for the majority of people isn't a positive thing. Like that's common sense, isn't it? I think almost everyone can admit this. Working a full-time job for probably 80% of people, 90% of people is more of a negative than it is a positive. It's not like a good thing to go out there into the career world unless you are like a top tier performer. And for example, you've got a business or you're really high up in some kind of career that gives you like a good amount of status, fine. But for the majority of people who are working jobs, can't we all agree that the most people who are working jobs aren't even happy with their jobs? So why are we flooding our wives, the mothers of our children into the workplace? Because you know what happens with this. Truthfully, these feminists are going to hate me for saying this, but you need to understand this. And if there's any women who kind of agree with me here, you need to understand this. It's going to sound a little bit insulting. A woman will always submit to a man. It used to be that a woman would submit to her father, and then when she was of age and married, she would submit to her husband. Women's happiness was sky high back then. Now, guess what? Young women don't even submit to their fathers anymore because most fathers are weak. Women don't submit to their husbands anymore because they don't really get married or have husbands these days, or most husbands are weak. Women submit to their bosses. Your future wife should have submitted to you, and you would have been like the highest tier guy.
They get that chat. He said, women, they don't listen to their man, they don't listen to their father, they listen to their bosses.
In her life. Now it's her boss. It's her boss that she's been conditioned to obey, to submit to. I want you to think of how much that could mess up your relationship with her. When she spends 40 hours a week submitting to a different guy who pays her and who provides for her, well, suddenly she doesn't need you. And you know, she makes her own money. And if you do so divorce, the government will give you her a lot more. So she has an incentive not to stay in a nuclear, healthy relationship. The destruction of families has come from feminism. It's come from women like this. Another comment, and I swear to God, these seem like fake. Another comment, I can't even say it on YouTube anymore because we'll get like censored, but like, bully the little right back, mirror his behavior until it's annoying, or he'll get it eventually, or hopefully at least die trying. Now, the original poster has replied to someone and she said, I've told my parents about it and they don't know a thing about the red pill or stuff like this. I've tried telling them it promotes misogyny and it backfired horribly on me because they asked me how, and I was at a loss for words as I couldn't really explain that well. Remember what I told you before, that we need to analyze the beliefs that we have in our mind. She has this belief that I'm a misogynist, that her little brother joining our cult, our movement, and watching our videos will become a misogynist. And she doesn't doesn't even know why she believes this. Her parents asked her, okay, like, how is this misogyny? Tell us. And she was at a loss for words. She couldn't even explain why this was misogynist. So do you think that this is an intelligent person who has truly like come to the conclusion with evidence that this is misogyny? Or do you think it's someone who's just kind of like abruptly seen something, judged a book by its cover and said, yep, you know, it's a guy talking about masculinity. Masculinity is a really bad thing, isn't it? Someone replied and said, I hate this idea that going to the gym is masculine. And this original poster with the brother, she replied, he says that building an aesthetic muscular physique is one of the most masculine things a man can do, as most men are out of shape. One time he saw one of his female cousins and sent them Hamza's looks maxing video. This was very disrespectful. Someone else commented, maybe direct him to better masculine influencers. Yeah, 100%. Bro, if there's other better masculine influencers, 100%. A young man needs...
Nobody looks up to that they don't aspire to be or have some credentials. Like, people look up to like rich people. People are like well in life that completed a lot through their life. That's why a lot of people do look up to Tate. But Hamza is gives a lot of good advice. He's a free soul. He gives positive energy, positive advice. And you can see all the people that do listen to him, they get their shit together. It's not only the gym. It's about mentality too.
Needs masculine role models, and he's chosen me and Andrew Tate. If there's someone better, send it to him. The issue is, I don't know about you, I want you to just imagine the kind of girl who's wrote all this, right? And you know, she's worried about her brother watching these videos. I want you to think of what kind of masculine role models she would pick for her brother. I genuinely, like, I don't look into this kind of stuff, right? But I've seen like the modern day masculinity, like, oh, you know, masculinity, what's the phrase they always use? It's like Harry Styles or whatever, like, you know, those like modern day TikTok kind of guys, which shows them in pictures of like skirts, like, oh, look, traditional masculinities, it's old now. With modern masculinities, guys wearing makeup. This is the kind of person that this little girl is going to send to her brother. Do you think that's right? This young man, this 14-year-old, has been watching my videos, Andrew Tate, and he has chosen us as his masculine role models because he probably doesn't get that in school or from his parents. And this woman is going to try and convince him to not watch content like this, to not become more like Adonis, to not become more wealthy and ambitious and confident and happy and mentally strong and stoic. And instead that he should embrace his feminine side. It genuinely, like, I don't even know if this video is going to be nice because this genuinely just feels like a fake post. It probably isn't, because people genuinely are like this, you know, because of how much I've talked to you about people, like, you know, just like I always laugh, oh yeah, like they want us to be weak and, you know, feminism and stuff. Seeing someone actually talk in this way, it makes me feel like this is just, it can't even be real. This comment is pretty good. This is the only comment that I've seen that's actually worth like talking about. Telling him it's okay to...
Hey, yo, the way they, yo, it kind of seems to me that it's not real too, but it blows my mind because I also think like there is people out here like this. Like, there's probably a big sister out there like this, like thinking her brother getting his stuff together is toxic. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm confused.
To be feminine probably won't be helpful because the overwhelming majority of men don't want to be feminine and are not wired for it. These guys like Hamza and Tate are so popular because modern society has no answer for young men anymore. So many boys are raised in a broken household with no father. These guys will ultimately cling to almost any credible guy who offers them a path to something better. It's the truth. Honestly, like, you want to know something about me? I genuinely don't think that I'm that amazing. When I look at how many guys follow my words, almost 1.5 million, it throws me back because I still, like, you know, my identity is definitely updating as I become more and more of a leader. But I still just see myself as like a guy who just goes to the gym and, you know, I just said some like good words on the internet and people like latched onto this message. I don't think what I say is that incredibly special because a lot of it's kind of common sense once you peel back the conditioning that we've been through. A lot of what I say is just coming from religion like Islam. It's coming from the natural way of things that men should be masculine and women should be feminine, and specifically that men should not be feminine and women should not be masculine. I say some simple stuff, and yet the message has went absolutely viral because of how much young men actually want to hear this. Because you don't want to be weak. You don't want to be feminine. You want to go to the gym, build a good body, feel physically and mentally strong, make a good amount of money, get the attraction from women, get the respect of men. And genuinely, I'm not boasting when I say this, but by following what I say and become...
I always say, once you wake them up, man, it's like they cannot not see the truth. Like, it's just impossible. They see the hypocrisy. Like, it's just too, they can't go back. They can't backpedal. They see the world for what it is. Basically, they're taking the red pill.
becoming more like Adonis, you will get those things. Undeniably, you will get those things. By following what Andrew Tate says, by becoming more like him, you will get those things. You will get the respect from other guys. You will get the attraction from women. You will feel mentally and physically good about yourself. You will make progress to goals that make you feel happy. And perhaps the reason why this message just went so viral, because this is the first time another man has looked at you and actually encouraged your dream to become a man. Because all of your life, that dream of wanting to be an actual man has been throttled, and they've told you, well, why don't you just be like a girl instead? Because girls are as good as guys at everything. Why embrace feminism? Why don't you just embrace your feminine side? Like, these people will literally tell you, you should embrace your feminine emotions, like you should cry more. Think about that. Their positive advice to you is that you should cry more.
Yeah, the most dangerous thing in this world is a guy that embraces his emotional side or feminine side. Domestic violence, just violence in period, like that. That's the wrong advice for men, like, especially young boys.
You should feel more sadness, more feminine emotions that makes you feel weak. My advice to you is that you shouldn't cry. My advice to you is that you should be stronger, more disciplined, so that you can achieve more. If you follow my advice, you will have more positive things happen and you will achieve more and feel happier. If you follow their advice, you'll cry and be feminine and be in touch with your emotions and ask girls about their hobbies and interests and wonder why you're getting left on red and ghosted all the time. Why that Chad jerk kind of guy always seems to get the girl that you've got a crush on. There's more comments. I won't go over many of them, but this last one. In my opinion, there are two big reasons kids start with stuff like this. It's a fad and it will pass. I don't think so. I don't think wanting to become masculine as a young man is a fad. I've discovered this kind of content and this kind of way of thinking when I was 17 years old. I'm 25 now. It was not a fad and it did not pass. They are in a crisis and need intervention, not for the red pill beliefs, but for what drove them there. It could be mental issues like depression or anxiety. So this person saying that someone finds these videos because of a crisis like depression or anxiety, which is true. A lot of the guys who originally find my stuff are very depressed and anxious about their lives, stressed, overwhelmed, just unhappy. And that's why I've made so many videos on mental health, like the real way to improve your mental health. This content is tailored to reach all of these people and comfort them with garbage, and that garbage is really comforting. I don't think so. I mean, calling it garbage is just like a straight up insult, but we'll take it, right? This person's saying that this kind of content is comforting. I don't think so. I don't think when you listen to me talk and I call you out and I call you a and I say that you're not working hard enough, I don't think that's comforting.
It's definitely the opposite of comforting, because they don't speak, they call you out on all your bullshit. They don't say it very softly. They say it how it is. And that's what I kind of like respect about it. Like, they talk to you like a big brother, like how I speak to my little brother. I always tell him, you need to get your shit together type stuff. Like, just tell it like it is. We're not women. You're talking to men.
Do you? Oftentimes I've said that comfort is the killer of man. You don't come here for comfort. If anything, you come here for the opposite of that. You come here for discomfort. You come here to be called out. For the first time in your life, you come to a place voluntarily because you want to hear that you're not doing enough and that there's more things you can do to become a man. And if that's how you feel, this movement is for you. These people on this page have called me a YouTuber many, many times, but I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a leader. I'm a leader of over 1 million men, and this movement is just getting started. Click and watch this video right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.
Yo, that was sus right there. That was hella zesty. How y'all feel about that, chat? Hey, yo, chat. Yo, listen, go follow me on all my social media platforms, man. I see